So this is my first piece of the year, and this is Sideshow Premium Format Carnage exclusive. I like the concept. I do like that they made it more comic accurate. I think the first one, which is the Comic Cat, which is also very famous and popular, it was too bulky. I actually am not a fan with the pose of that one, but I really do like the detail on that one. For me, the detail of that one was like superb. It has lots of let's say fiber texture in it. This one still has though. It's not that the same as the Comic Kit one. But I do like how the symbiote moves. The concept of how the symbiote, how it follows his movement here. Really do like that one. The base also for this one I also like. And I also like the texture, even though it's not that much the same as the Comic Kit, but it still looks good. Yeah, as you can see here, the how it moves like around him when he tries to move, also like attack or something. So again, with the base, it's actually really good. I thought it was not that good. For me, it's really fine. I like the rusting of the metals and everything. It looks really nice for me. So yeah, I guess this turned out really well. I'm really impressed by it, but it's not that perfect. So later you would see that what are the imperfections of this piece. So from the back, you can see how the symbiote moves at his back, somehow, let's say, following his movements. You might also notice that the symbiote in the body really like naturally like falling or moving, as you notice here. And there's also some tint of blue. It's not pure black, so somehow there's like a tint of blue, some highlight of blue, which actually quite okay. I'm not that particular on the color of that one, but it's also quite, I would say, more comic accurate. So here some backside of the base. I really like the base, to be honest, and it has some good detail, some good texturing. There's some like let's say metals, and it's really good. Here you can also see the details when I zoom closer. You notice the fiber texture in him. So like I said, it's not also the same texturized, or let's say fiber texture, as the Comic Cat one, but it is very nicely done. And yeah, again, you see or you notice that the symbiote, it has some, I would say, movement. The symbiote itself has some movement, some swirling and around it, which is actually really good. Yeah, really nicely done. So here, again, the fiber texture in him, it looks really good, really nice. I do like how the symbiote in this one moves in his body or around his body compared to the one from the XM. The XM was like more like wiggling and like crazy. Though it's the Carnage way, he's crazy, but I like this one better. Because like I said, it really shows some movement, so yeah, it looks really impressive. I do really like it. Look at those symbiote movement, really nice, really nicely done. So I noticed some collectors had some problem with the peg. At first I had the same thing. It didn't really fit well, but I know that this kind of statues or poses, these dynamic poses, always had those problems because you really need to angle the peg correctly, especially like for this one, which has two pegs. So basically you just find the right angle and then you get that one, and then it will snug up. As you noticed, again, I made some close-up with the fiber texture in him, the symbiote, so it looks really good. It has a very nice gloss also for the symbiote when hit by the light, so it looks really good. And the red, I'm not really sure why it's very red. Let's say nicely red here, but in actual it's not this red. But in any case, it's actually very good. And yeah, again, I do like how the symbiote turned out. The muscle, I would say I'm not expert on muscle, or the body structure, but it looks good with him. He's more, how is it, lean. And again, look at those symbiote, especially in the hands. So I do like that the tips are black, more comic accurate. And I also do like, if you notice, look at the movement of the symbiote in the axe. It looks really good, and I also like the axe, the exclusive part, because it really gives more of a not space, but I would say it extends him, and it looks really nice in person. I do like the regular hand, but I would prefer the axe one. It looks really good. It really gives another depth. Makes him more like a killer, a crazy killer, bringing his axe, something like that. So yeah, it looks really nice. And again, I do like that they made the body structure more comic accurate compared to the comic cut before, when it's really bulky, and this one looks really lean, very nicely done with regards to the dynamic pose, and it fits really well with Carnage. So the head turned out really, really well. I really do like it because it's very comic accurate compared to the other one. This one is more lean, even in the head. It has very nice paint job in it. I really do like it in the mouth and the eyes. Look at the eyes. It's somehow like a messed up tints of red, blue, green, or let's say orange or whatever. But it's not like a pure white, which makes it really good, really nice paint job, which also blends the paint job of the head. You can see that one, some tints of orange, light red. So yeah, it's really nicely done in terms of paint job, especially in the head part. So I really like it. Really, I would say, like how it turned out with regards to the paint job in him. Really nice blending of different colors. So this piece turned out really good, but again, it's not perfect. I really do like it, but there are three issues for me on this piece. One is the seam line. So this one is very visible. It really bothers me, even though it's not that visible. If you look at from afar or some angle, which you normally pose it, but it's just there, and somehow you know that it's there, and it's really bothering at some point. So as you can see here, it's really not that visible. Even from in the front side, much more is not visible. So the other issue is actually the symbiote at his back. It's somehow like leaning back, and then I do not know, when I check the pictures, it's not really angled the same way as the prototype. So maybe it also adds some uniqueness. That one is just more nitpicking for me. But the third one would be, it's somehow these symbiotes are not really snugged in with their pegs. I don't. I have a feeling it didn't. I mean, when I tried to push it, it's really not that snugged inside. But it's not really a big deal. It's not a deal breaker anyway. But for me, it's still fine. So the only thing is bothering me is other than that, it looks really good. So this is actually Carnage with the regular switch out, which is the hand, the left hand, and I right now I place it in my bedroom with this lighting, and I really liking it. I like the how it's being tinted with blue and the red. The blue really makes the symbiote pop out, as you can see there. It looks really nice. And the red also really emphasizes the Carnage. I mean, he makes it more menacing, and especially with the lighting down. I mean, in the bottom, it gives him like a really menacing look, based also with his dynamic pose. So I really like it. I'm also thinking basically to place him near the with the Spider-Man premium format, the new one. I do think they would pair very well. I also think this guy would basically fit in the Besta. So yeah, I'm placing them both, and I'm waiting with the Prime 1 Venom. Hopefully this 3 will complete my Spider-Man set or series. So yeah, this is Carnage in lighting, in the colored lighting. So this piece turned out really well. Really like it. It's a good way to start my year, and I would say Sideshow has done really good job in this one. Paint job, really superb. I really do like the red. Some discoloration in his head. Some parts there's some discoloration. The symbiote color is not just black. There's some tints of blue, and the sculpt of this one is really nice. There's fiber sculpting or texturing. and also how the, I would say, the symbiote moves in his body and also around his body, and basically the dynamic pose as well is really nice. I really digging it. And also the base is actually quite heavy and is really good. The rubble for me is actually really good. Those let's say metal scaffoldings is there. It's not metal, but it looks metal. Looks really good. The exclusive axe is actually very nice addition. Gives an extension of the piece, and I'm really digging it. So like I said, it's more comic accurate. I like this one compared to the XM one and also the comic kit. So yeah, this is Sideshow premium format Carnage exclusive. So I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos to come.